hello.
Hello.
Crossing my leg, but then I'll fall asleep, and then I'll be like, I'll put to sleep. How are you, Hannah?
I'm good. I found out.
Look at this little thing.
I don't know what that is.
I need to start playing with StreamYard again and seeing, because I know it's got lots of new bells and whistles that I just haven't taken time to learn about.
This book is bigger than the other one.
Hannah's like, my bookshelf is behind this blanket. And Hannah's looking at my books to see what she wants to take. What did you get? What else did you did the Nightingale too?
I did not take the Nightingale. I took the sticker off the Nightingale.
Oh, okay.
This is a thick boy.
That's a commitment. Is that not part of a series?
No.
Okay.
It's a standalone historical
That's a commitment.
Fiction. That's a thick boy.
So I finished. We didn't do a slide welcome everybody. First of all, I'm Laurie.
I'm Hannah.
And we're Journey with the Gingers. And I usually do a slide about what we're reading, and we are cruising this week, coming up week, and I intentionally finished a book today so that I could start a fresh book on the trip.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
I know you're working.
Yeah.
And you're driving us.
Well, so. No. I'm working. I'm doing stuff to prepare for the trip, and I did my taxes yesterday.
Yeah, busy
so,
week. Busy.
So, and I prepared for this live stream.
And it's just yeah, she did. And it's just like always. I know y'all are probably the same. When you're getting ready for a trip, it seems like other stuff is coming up too. Like you have to juggle. So
I have to do an oil change tomorrow.
Oh, girl, you better get that oil changed.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing: I'm 300 miles under when it says my oil needs to be changed. So do I really need an oil change?
Get your dad to check your oil levels. Let him tell you.
Because that would really suck. Because that's, man.
But, yeah, we do that's our good news. If you have good news or a countdown or just a celebration, put that in the chat. We'd love to celebrate with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that spring and summer summer's coming up, and a lot of people are traveling during the summer. We don't usually travel during the summer.
How many miles is that?
Do we?
We traveled last summer.
Well, we did because we went to Bermuda. Because Bermuda, you have to go during seasonal.
We went
to New York.
Bermuda. We went on the Magic during the summer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, here's the thing. Because I do not have children, we have a little more flexibility on when.
Yeah, because children in school. Yeah.
So.
But we do have a cruise coming up, and we're going to be on the. I was about to say Norwegian Encore. Where did that come in my head?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're going to be on the MSC Seashore, which I've been on before, but Hannah's never sailed on MSC, so I'm excited to see her take on it. And we're also bringing her best friend Elizabeth with us. Mm-hmm. So we're excited about that. It's going to be a girls' trip. And, Hannah's driving us to Florida. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I've driven to Florida before.
I know. You worked in Florida.
I didn't drive then.
Yeah, that's right.
You drove then.
I drove her car.
But then once you saw that I can drive in Atlanta, you were like, you're driving.
You're on your own, girl. Because I don't like driving Atlanta.
You drive. There is a big fly.
Oh, it's a fly. Please don't. You get obsessed over
I
that.
don't like big flies. They scare me.
It came to visit you.
No.
But put it in the chat if you have a countdown. We'd love to celebrate with y'all because y'all know how much we love travel, and we love that y'all travel. So we're not going to have a live stream for 3 weeks after tonight.
We'll be coming back from a cruise.
Yeah, we'll be driving back that day, yeah.
And then we have trivia. Like, not on this channel, but we're going to a trivia event.
Hannah signed me up to be on a trivia team, which I'm excited.
Yep. And it's for not a charity, but it's like
a fund.
It's to fund scholarships for like
a private school.
Yeah. And then what's after that? Oh, is that your meeting?
No. Wait and see if you remember what you got.
Pretty Woman?
Yeah. Okay. We're going to see Pretty Woman the musical. And that also falls on a Thursday. So we're going to miss y'all. We'll be back on May 1st after tonight's.
What's your next meeting?
Huh? What's your next meeting? It's not May 1st. I looked at my calendar.
Okay.
So we will not have, and we weren't here last
week.
Who
knows? We may go to New York. Who knows? We have been looking at possibly going to New York in May.
We have? We're still looking at that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I would like to point out that Sunset Boulevard is leaving New York.
Sunset Boulevard.
Boop is now.
Boop.
I think that would be a really cute show to go see.
Boop.
And there's just like so many things going on, that I'm like, oh, Mary. Cole's coming back. Oh, Mary.
Yeah.
There's just so many shows.
Yep. And also, Outsiders is going on world tour. So if y'all have, a theater that's close to you, and the Outsiders are coming, we highly recommend you go see that. I would suggest you see it on Broadway, but there's certain effects that they might not have on the world tour, but it's still going to be amazing. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Such a good show.
But so we do have a cruise coming up this weekend. Very excited about that. And I'm packed except for stuff I need to pack the day of.
Same.
And then William and I also will be on a cruise on the same ship. I just like the seashore. I don't know. I need to stop. I need to go broaden my horizons a little bit. But William and I will be in the yacht club. And it'll be our first interior cabin because we're not that rich. So it was a great deal. I should do like a breakdown one day about the cost of things, because I'll just quickly say that we paid $2,200 total for both of us for a 4-day in the yacht club and for an interior for September.
You may want to explain what yacht club is to people who don't know.
It's a ship within a ship concept, kind of like the Norwegian has the Haven, and it's more high end, I guess. I love going out into the ship and going to the shows and all that, but there's a time where I just want to decompress and have a quiet space, and that's what I think I'm going to like the best about it, is that I have a quiet space, because I'm a girl that likes to sit in a comfortable location, have a coffee, read my book kind of thing, and decompress.
Mm-hmm.
I have sometimes a big bit of social anxiety, so I just like to decompress a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to be around a lot of people for a long time.
I have the kind of social anxiety that makes me replay every encounter I have with people and go, did I say something wrong?
Do you think they like me?
Yeah. Every time.
I'm like, they're strangers. Honey, you'll never meet them again.
I'm like, they probably don't like me, do they? No. Okay.
That's how we felt about, remember when we went to Helen last time? And we left and went home, and we were riding home, I was thinking, did they like us? Did we act really awkward? We're weird chicks.
It's not that we're people pleasers. We're very far from it, but we just don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah. And honestly, my circle, like my social circle at home, is very small. Very small. So going around a bunch of people, it's just, I love people. I love meeting people, but I like learning about people,
mm-hmm.
and I love celebrating like people that are they're different from me,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I need to decompress sometimes. So that's why I'm excited about the yacht club for.
I just broke a nail.
I love that you hand me your broken nails. Lovely. There's a trash can right there. I'm not throwing on the floor.
That's why I gave it to her.
So let's say hello to everybody in the chat. You want to tell what we're doing today?
Today?
During this live stream. I'm sorry.
I was like, am I doing something later?
We're going to tell some travel news. We're going to start off with that. And then Hannah has put together stupid trivia, which is about useless facts. It's really not about stupid.
I really was like, she was like, what are we going to do? I was like, I don't know. She goes, we should probably do trivia. I was like, stupid trivia. And then I was like, oh, stupid trivia.
Stupid trivia.
And then I was like, it's just like stupid facts, or like
that's useless,
or like, oh wow, that's kind of funny, or oh wow,
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not about intelligence, I promise.
Oh no.
They're hard questions.
Some of them are hard, but it's just kind of like, wow, I didn't know that, or wow, that's kind of funny.
It's like a fact that you didn't know you need to know.
Sorry, I just threw another nail.
She threw that on my floor.
I'm so sorry. I broke a nail.
Let's say hello to everybody in the chat, and thank y'all so much for being here. We appreciate that.
Beep.
Hello, ladies. We are home from our cruise. Had a great trip. Princess was a great cruise line. Is that your first time on Princess, Sean Ed?
Did you do arts and crafts? Did you go to the seminars?
We've only done one Princess, haven't we?
Yes.
The Ruby Princess.
I really liked it.
Yeah. Hello, Nick Torres. Today is my 2-year recertification to be a flight attendant. Wish me luck. Good luck. Can't believe it's been 2 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. That flew.
Literally.
I don't know if it flew by. Literally, literally flew. I don't know if it flew by for you, but for us, it's like 2 years already.
Sometimes I just.
And what do you always like to say about Nick?
He's one of my favorite Canadians.
Yeah, stop messing with your fingernails.
my nail broke. It bothers me. Here we go.
Mary Ellen, hello. Thank you so much for being here. And there's beautiful Josie. Thank you for being here. Josie's always in an adventure. And Mary Ellen's always in an adventure too. We're going to be on the Encore in August. I loved that trip that we all took together on the Encore. That was a wonderful trip. Hello, Will Cooper. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Look, speaking of Elizabeth, this is who's going on the trip with us this weekend. Mm-hmm. She's going to be our roommate. Really fun. It's a talent to drive in Atlanta. I did it for 20 years. Oh, Lord. Bless you. Hello, Eric B. Good to see you. I see our South Carolina ladies are in the Final Four for the tournament, and they're playing tomorrow night, I saw. Excited about that.
Eric says it's mindless trivia. It's not mindless. You're going to need your brain. But it's just kind of like dumb facts. That's why I called it stupid trivia. Yeah, that's just what it is.
Yes, it's our first time Princess. Don also told us to say hello to you guys. Aw, thank you so much. Don knows who we are. I feel like he's a celebrity.
I don't know if he knows who we are. They were just like, hey, we know these people.
He's like, tell him hey for us.
Yeah.
No, I like Don. Don's had some health scares. I hope he's doing okay. I know he had an update on YouTube about his health, but I didn't get to watch it. So
hopefully everyone's doing okay during tax season. I had to update my withholdings.
We had to pay federal and I had to pay federal and state.
I had to pay federal and state.
I also had to pay estimated taxes. That's what when we were downstairs, I was looking at my phone. And I said, all those payments hit all today.
I'm waiting for it to debit my account. I knew it was gonna happen, but I was like, man, this sucks. I was mentally and financially prepared for it, but I was just man, this sucks.
We have a lot of 1099 stuff, so that was fun. So anyway,
yeah,
it's life. And speaking of life, Lovely's Fat Life will not be live tonight. I didn't know if y'all knew that. I saw it on their Facebook page. So they usually come after us, and they're not going to be live tonight. All right. Hey, Paul. Howdy. Cooking and listening. What you cooking?
She says we're playing tomorrow night, too. Who's playing? Basketball?
Is it UConn?
Trivia? I don't know.
I think it's... Elizabeth, your ring is shining so pretty, and I'm like, I didn't put my rings on, so she's talking about you.
She's still married. My father's downstairs.
I only put my rings on when I leave because I don't like doing dishes and stuff with my rings on.
Sourdough grilled cheeses. Did you make the sourdough bread, or did you buy it?
Do you have a starter at your house, Paul, and you're cooking sourdough? You're baking sourdough. We would be very impressed with that. That sounds really good, though. Sourdough grilled cheese.
I can't with grilled cheeses.
I love grilled cheese.
After Disney, I can't do cheese. I got the stomach bug.
She said, yes, it is UConn.
Yep. Yeah. I got the stomach bug after eating grilled cheese, and it was bad.
A lot of people do that. Like once you've had a stomach bug after eating something normal that didn't cause you to be sick, they don't want to eat it again.
Same with alcohol.
Yeah, some people
nope.
Fireball's over for
Champagne,
you. Champagne,
nope.
No mimosas for you.
Nope.
Paul said no, he bought the sourdough.
Yeah. Elizabeth's packing.
She says packing right now. So jealous of sourdough cooking. Yes. I get on weird.
Do you want a starter?
No, I do not want.
Because I know 2 people that have starters.
Who is on keto?
Oh shoot, you are. I'm sorry.
Y'all, I have been on keto since December 27th, and I am not going to be on keto on this cruise.
I just didn't know you wanted to make sourdough, like biscuits or bread, but now I know you're not. But I know 2 people with starters.
As of today, I lost 45 pounds. Not since December. I've been doing weight loss stuff since
Mm-hmm.
after the encore in Alaska with Cheryl and Ed. I started trying to lose weight. So, but altogether since 2022, the end of 2022, now it's 45 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better, but I sure do crave some carbs.
Mm.
It's hard, but it's the only way for me to lose weight. Mm-hmm. It works for me, but it's boring. but the cruise is on the cruise. I have no keto, but I'll get right back on it when I get back.
Veggies, meat, veggies, cheese.
Lots of
meat, veggies.
We usually just cook a meat and a vegetable,
cheese.
And then when William starts watching TV, he's over there eating carbs like crackers and stuff. Because for dinner he got meat and vegetables.
Meat, vegetables, meat, vegetables, meat, vegetables, cheese.
My breakfast every morning is a protein shake and 2 little things of stick cheese. Mm-hmm. But you know what my breakfast is going to be on the cruise ship?
Lox and bagels.
And MSC has good donuts. I might even branch out to have one of those.
See, I just love...
My sugar's going to go... Shoo.
I love salmon. I love salmon. Salmon's my favorite. Okay, what are we talking about?
All right. Men won the last 2, so I guess it's the women's turn now. Mary Ellen Dillon.
Is that UConn?
Yeah. Good. They've got a good team. Thank you, Elizabeth. Congratulations. So if you are a creator, put #creator in the chat, and Hannah will put your name on the screen. And make sure that you, if you see a channel, which I think y'all all know each other in the community right now, but if you see a channel that you haven't seen, please check them out.
I'm fixing my nail.
Yeah.
Do.
Who says sugar? Sugar is the enemy. I gotta go cold turkey. It's so good though.
See, I don't crave sugar. I crave, when I think of sugar, I think of sweets. I don't crave sweets.
I used to, back in the day before I started this, I used to eat ice cream every single night. Not a big bowl, a little bowl, but that was my weakness. So leaving that alone. I don't have nighttime cravings anymore. Like, I don't eat a lot. So once I'm done with dinner, I'm usually done. But we have had some low carb, like ice cream bars before. We have them in the house.
I crave bread, rice, and pasta. I understand.
That's my husband.
Mm-hmm. I like the rice.
And I made something tonight that was like, had chicken and sun-dried tomatoes and spinach, and I ate it without pasta. I just ate it, and they put theirs over pasta. So we make it work. Try to fit it in. Thank you, Cheryl and Ed. I think they found those extra pounds on the Sun Princess, and they put them in the Lost and Found. Yeah, I know I will gain weight on this cruise, but I'm gonna jump back into it. I'm not gonna. I'll lose it back. All right, but yeah, sugar is a wonderful thing. Yeah, she has never liked sweets, even when she was a child and went like trick or treating.
I like going trick or treating because I like people giving me things.
Yeah, but then she would give her candy to her daddy or share it with her friends.
I'll take it to school.
And we had some people that knew that she didn't eat. I mean, we didn't deny her candy. She just didn't like it.
I didn't like soda either. I've always drank water.
Yeah, I'm not a bit. Soda, we don't have soda in our house. Sometimes he gets soda, I guess.
Yeah.
But I love a Coke Zero, a Diet Cherry from Sonic, but I think it's the ice.
Yeah,
people that makes it better.
Instead of people giving me candy, they'll give me goldfish.
Yeah, we have certain like people that knew that she didn't eat candy, and so when she would get her trick or treats from them, they would give her like the little box of goldfish and stuff. Mm-hmm. That's good people that do that for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby. She said, I will eat enough for all of us.
Oh, I'm going to eat on the cruise.
Enough sweet carbs.
What did I tell you the other day I was craving? I said, because we're going to stop by Buc-ee's. Elizabeth, we're stopping by Buc-ee's. So if you need something.
Are you asking me or are you like, do you remember?
Hold on. Elizabeth, if you need get some Buc-ee's stuff for somebody, just make sure you ask them because we're going to stop by Buc-ee's.
Do you remember what it was?
It was Nerds.
Gummies.
It was like a little, and it was a weird craving because I never really ate those. I mean, I've had them like one time in my life. I think I had some from you. And the other day that got in my head and I was like, I'm craving Nerd gummies.
I will have to say a Sour Punch straw is very good. I do like a Sour Punch straw. I do crave those sometimes.
So I need to turn my phone off. Just realized that. Anyway, I have weird cravings sometimes, but I get over it.
Did I highlight Josie? I don't know if I highlighted Josie.
Maybe say hello to Josie.
Well, as a creator.
Oh, yes, she is. She's a great creator. We have some awesome creators here.
So what's up?
So, I guess we can go to the slideshow. We do have some travel news. I told Hannah something she didn't know about today.
I thought she was confused when she told me.
You thought it was like April Fool's?
I did. I fact-checked you. I did, because I was like, what?
This is just some random travel news that I found searching the interweb. This was interesting. An international flight had to turn around after an embarrassing mistake by the pilot. And you know what the embarrassing mistake was? He forgot his passport. And they said that it had to make a U-turn, and it was leaving Los Angeles and going to Shanghai. And he forgot his passport, and they had to turn the plane around 2 hours within the flight. Go back to Los Angeles. Then they had to get a whole new crew for this people. And these people didn't get to Shanghai for 6 hours later. Of course, they got compensation and all that stuff. I'd be like, don't put me on this plane for even longer than flying to Shanghai.
Well, at least it's moving. I mean, there are horror stories of people being stuck on the tarmac.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I wonder if he got in a little trouble.
I think he did, because that was a lot of fuel wasted.
And when they made its turn, they were redirected to San Francisco.
So how did he get his passport?
I guess they flew him back to L.A.
Oh, he got in trouble. He got in trouble.
So that's crazy. I can't understand that at all. But anyway, 2 hours and turn back around.
He said, always double check you got a passport. I just remember one time when Carl and I were in France and we were leaving Disneyland Paris, and we got on the metro to go back to Paris. Mm-hmm. Because we had to go to, we had to get a connecting train to go to Germany. And then we are on this small little metro from Disneyland Paris to middle of Paris. And he was like, he looked at me, he goes, I can't find my passport. And I was like, and I'm just sitting there, and we each have 2 big things of luggage. And I'm like, what do you mean? And so we got off on the next stop, and he was like, da-da-da-da. He's like, oh, I found it. He was like, the next train is in 10 minutes. I was like, dadgummit.
So we have some comments about that story. We have Nick saying he double checks, I imagine. Elizabeth said she would have been upset, me too. Mm-hmm. That's a long flight to have to add more hours. And Will said he saw this story on the internet. And it's too long of a flight not to have to recrew it. Mm-hmm. Crazy. The last thing I do when I get in the car to the airport, passport and credit card. Anything else I can replace.
Hey, Keith.
Hi, Keith. Good to see you.
No, I literally have a certain pocket in my travel backpack to where I can stick my hand in there and feel my passport.
I feel that, and I always check to make sure I have my wallet with my other stuff. Yeah. All right, so the next thing is, it says the U.S. Department updates the travel advisory for the Bahamas. And the Bahamas have actually been on a level 2 travel advisory for a while, saying exercise increased caution. What level 2 is. And the reason why they updated it, because they wanted to add an advisory about people bringing first firearms and ammunition, because they will arrest you and you'll be stuck in a foreign country arrested. But they also added about not using these water sports activities, just like random people coming up saying, hey, do you want to ride jet skis and all that stuff, because a lot of them are not licensed. And I know we've seen in the news in the past where they've had boats that sunk and things like that. So they kept it at level 2 for Nassau, but they added some more warnings to remind people, because I know there have been people that had one guy had a bullet or something on him and he got arrested. Mm-hmm. And he was from America. So just be careful. So don't take your bullets and your guns to the Bahamas. And definitely don't just take the random guy off the streets.
Go with a license.
Yeah, to do a water sport or a boat trip or anything.
Okay, Eric, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. You thought you saw your passport in London, so you missed your bus.
He thought he lost it, I bet.
Okay.
I bet that's what you're saying.
My brain's not working.
Yeah.
BDF has 600.
That would make me panic for sure.
690 days to his Orlando trip in 2027.
Sounds like fun.
There's Najuma.
Hello, beautiful Najuma. Good to see you.
Love
to see y'all guys. It's wonderful.
Okay.
This is the one that Hannah didn't know.
I didn't know, and it doesn't really make sense to me yet. So, if you don't know, like, Halloween Horror Nights is an event that takes place, in parts of September all the way through October in Universal Studios Orlando and Hollywood, and I think some others. But like it's a separate ticketed event, and it is highly anticipated because they customize these temporary haunted houses all throughout the park, and people line up for hours for these haunted houses. And like I'm telling, like some of these haunted houses, like people are waiting like 6 hours for these things, like the whole event.
So this one's Universal is partnering with Area 15, which is where you went to the
Meow Wolf Omega Mart.
Yeah. And they are adding 4 houses, and it's going to be year-round, and it's going to be starting in August, so you can go get scared all year long. But it's going to be at Area 15 in Las Vegas, where they have several things going on, several different things there. But they said that it's going to have a fan favorite. One of the houses is going to be Scarecrow the Reaping, which has been frightening fans at both Universal Orlando and Universal Studios Hollywood. You will not catch me going into these things. So,
I was about to say, if they had the Universal monsters, because like Universal like is known for its original monster movies, like Frankenstein, like the Dracula and all that. And I mean, even Epic Universe has a little land in it where it has all the original monsters.
Yeah. And they said it's going to start on August 14th, and tickets are already on sale for Area 15, Las Vegas. And it's called Universal Horror Unleashed. And the other ones the other houses are the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Universal Monsters. Reportedly. And Blumhouse's The Exorcist Believer. Laurie's not going to any of that stuff.
See, okay.
I hate haunted houses. I can imagine that.
I don't hate haunted houses, but I get scared so easily. To the point that, like, the other day I knew that we had, like, a meeting at 10 a.m., but the doorbell didn't go off, and so I was in the back grabbing, like, a coffee mug to make coffee, and I get to the front, and there's a guy just standing there, and I was like, Jesus. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to scare you. I said, this is not a you problem. This is a me problem.
But the last thing about this is it says that they're also going to have a bar for horror movie lovers that has specialty cocktails and frightening entertainment at Jack's Alley Bar, a dark carnival-style venue that features Jack the Clown. No.
Jack the Clown is a classic.
Yeah. None of that would make me happy. None of it. So let's see what everybody's saying. Well, hey, BD Crafts and More. Good to see y'all. Another great channel.
So, Eric likes Area 15.
Yeah, Hannah does too.
They closed down Lost Spirits distillery. So I'm wondering if they're taking their spot.
I bet. Like that was like that. It was different rooms, wasn't it?
Yes, but
travel through.
Yes, but this sounds like it's going to be like a whole section. So what I'm thinking is like, so Area 15 is this building. Lost Spirits was like not in the building, so it was off to the side, and there was a lot of like real estate right there that they could have more to. Yep. All right. Stupid trivia. Again, this is when I say stupid, it's just like dumb facts. Dumb, facts. Yeah, like that's what I meant. I just called it that because the other night she was like, "What are we gonna do?" I was like, "Stupid trivia." that's what it is.
I don't know. It's kind of like, it feels like you're saying something wrong when you say something stupid. And then
silly, funny,
useless, not important.
Yeah, that's what the definition is. It's not my
daddy says. You use it to put in your back pocket for a party trick later.
Yeah. This is, you're gonna need your brain for this. So let's get started. All right.
You have to read them out loud. There's a lot of words.
Which animal celebrity is also known as seer of seers, sage of sages, prognosticator of prognosticators, and weather prophet extraordinary?
It's a lot of titles. Very, very important.
Did I tell you about what I saw about, like, when this thing happened? They were like, if it were a...
Are you trying to say something without giving away the answer?
I'm gonna have to wait to say it. I'm gonna have to wait to say it because, like, I'm trying not to give it away, but, like, it just made me laugh so hard.
I think the very end of that description will tell you who it is.
Okay, the thing said, there's like, you're telling me there's a bunch of people dressed up in old-timey outfits trying to predict the weather with an animal, and this is not witchcraft? So that's what I was like. Here you go.
Can you say that word?
Punxsutawney Phil. Why is it called that? I don't know.
I would have said the groundhog. I couldn't spell that.
Punxsutawney Phil. Yeah. Hannah copy and pasted that. All right. Next. What kind of animal did John Quincy Adams keep in the bathtub at the White House when he was president? It wasn't for his entire presidency. It was just
I would hope not. That would be
inhumane. Yeah. But the funniest thing is Dad was guessing. He gave out 2 guesses and he goes, well, I know it's not this. And it was the answer. And I was like, yeah, it is. But I think the rumor was that it was gifted to him by Marquis de Lafayette, I think. I'm like, why? How did you get this? How?
Poor thing. Had to travel and everything.
All these animal guesses are really good. I'm going to need you to be a little bit more what the heck. You know?
I can see a turtle.
I can see an otter. I can see a turtle. I can see a
my
beaver.
husband said beaver when his first guess was beaver.
Gracie and Lizzie said beaver. They said duck. They said goose.
I think I said duck too.
I was like, think outside the box. It is semi-aquatic. Spends most of the time in the water. But I like where you're going. Dolphin. I like where you're going. Dolphin. Is that a turtle?
Is that a turtle?
It's a real turtle. It's related to a turtle.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. It's like in a family, kind of similar to the turtle.
It's dangerous. I'll do that.
Yeah. But when I read this, I was like, surely not. It must be a baby. Because there's no flipping way.
There was another president that had a raccoon as a pet.
I know. Who was that?
I don't remember.
Raccoons have really cute hands when they grab stuff.
It is an alligator. Yes, it is.
It was. I'm thinking it was a baby alligator.
Hope your children didn't go play, or grandchildren, whatever you had.
Gator. Gator.
Hope they didn't go play with it.
Alligator.
Hope you didn't have any other pets in your house, like dogs or anything.
Can you imagine just walking in there and you just see it pop up from the water? You're like, oh, no.
That's inhumane. Yeah. Don't they have any fountains or anything that could have lived in?
Hey, Cruise Nuts.
Hey, Cruise Nuts.
Yeah. I don't know. It was like specifically like the east end of the White House in that bathroom, whatever that means.
That's important.
I don't know. What is the name for the dot over the letter I?
I wonder if it's also the name of the dot over the letter J.
It is.
Okay.
It is. What is the name for the dot over the letter I?
And J.
And J. I read when I gave Gracie the answer, she started giggling. I was like, this is why I put it in.
It makes sense.
This is why I put it in. Cheryl and Ed.
The dot.
The dot.
You would think that.
Pointless. Again, this is part of the trivia.
It's stupid.
It's stupid.
This is one of those facts you never need to know.
Yeah, it's just like, what? Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
It got hot today.
It was 80-something.
Yeah, it's like 87, I think. Oh.
The dot.
Oh, the air just came on.
All right. It is the tittle.
It is what it is.
The tittle. It is the tittle. It just makes me laugh. He says, I know I've heard about this, but Bren, no work. Extra point. Does anybody know what the plastic thing at the end of the shoelace is? Because I do. There was a whole episode of Phineas and Ferb about it.
What you learned from Phineas and Ferb.
Oh my gosh. Phineas and Ferb was my jam. That's the point, Cheryl and Ed. That's the point. They said, this is where I shine.
You're doing good. You're doing very well.
Yeah. That's called an aglet.
We're preparing for our trivia competition we have to do in 2 weeks.
Yeah. The thing at the end of the shoelace is the aglet.
The aglet.
The aglet.
It's important.
All right. I'm looking for the theme park. So, where was the first roller coaster in America built? I'm looking for the name of the theme park. Trust me, you will know the theme park. Where was the first roller coaster in America built? And I'm talking like, it's old. Like, old. Like,
I like to go there, though.
Well, gosh darn, we go all the time. That's a hit.
How far is it from there?
It's in...
Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
We could go there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
I've
saying.
been watching a lot of roller coaster videos lately, and all of them make me want to go back to Busch Gardens in Williamsburg.
Mm-hmm.
They have good roller coasters. I want to ride roller coasters before I'm too old to ride them.
Well, as long as you stay nimble, you'll never be too old.
As long as my heart works.
Yep. And you got a good back.
Yeah.
Stay nimble.
I don't know, maybe your dad can't ride roller coasters anymore. He's been having back issues.
Well, I will have to say, he does do a lot of physical labor around the house. And also, he doesn't... Stop it. He doesn't stretch before he does things. Cheryl and Ed, in America. It's in America.
It is in America.
Yes.
It says in America, Bill. I think
It's Coney Island.
It
And
is
that
Coney Island.
It was like in the 1800s. Like, yeah.
I saw like a documentary about it one time. I think I watched it on YouTube.
Coney Island.
About building that roller coaster.
Coney Island.
I wouldn't want to be the first person to have to try the roller coaster, though.
Dude, I look at some of the like the old rides at Coney Island. I was like, how did y'all not die?
I wonder if Six Flags in Atlanta still has the Scream Machine.
The thing that was inside?
Mm-mm. It's a wooden roller coaster. It's been there forever.
Yeah. Okay. What famous playwright invented the word swagger? And I'm telling you, you do not have to be a Broadway nerd like me to know this answer. What famous playwright invented the word swagger? Everybody knows this person. I promise you.
Not personally, but you do.
Yeah.
I said Disneyland too, Nick, when I was answering it.
I will have to say, this person is credited with inventing a lot of words that we use in English.
Yes. So, what's the name of that ride at Disneyland so old that kills you when you ride it?
Matterhorn. Matterhorn.
That thing's horrible. I mean, you had to ride it because it's a thing. Because, it's history. But, whew, that thing will beat the devil out of you.
You know, there used to be a basketball court in there.
In the Matterhorn?
Yeah, there was a part, like, inside that you can't see. Like.
Why?
Because they could. Because they could.
When Hannah and I rode it, for some reason, they made the family in front of us, the first car, get out. I think the kids weren't supposed to be with us.
Yeah, like the kids are supposed to be in between the parents, I believe.
They had them in the front, and they just went ahead and got them out until they put them in the next car because they had to get situated. So the video of that's pretty funny because you're videoing, but there's nobody on the train on it.
Jesus.
The fact that you videoed that ride.
I held on to your phone for dear life.
I was like, with my phone.
Because you had the thing on the back.
Yeah, the hold. You hold it, yeah.
Oh, right. These Percy and Eels. William Shakespeare.
Yep.
Oh, if you only knew what swagger meant today. It's the same thing. Just people use it a lot more.
Yeah, he'd be proud.
Okay. Native to the Caribbean. What sort of animal is the mountain chicken? It is not
a bird.
A bird. Thus, it is not a chicken. Native to the Caribbean. What sort of animal is the mountain chicken?
Is it a reptile?
No.
It's not?
No.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to get useless.
Mama, you know the answer. That is not a reptile. It's a different classification.
Okay. I've had a hard day.
Mama. I'll give you the classification of the animal if no one gets it.
I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm going to bed early tonight.
I will say, the only reason I knew this was because there was like this viral video that like it talks about it, and I watched it one day and I was like, I know the answer. A cruiser who forgot water. Native to the Caribbean. What sort of animal is the mountain chicken? It's also called something else.
That's called what it is.
But they call it that. It is like common to call it that.
In the Caribbean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's there. It's an endangered species in the Caribbean. Mm. The mountain chicken is not an iguana. Sorry. It's a frog. That's the mountain chicken. Yep, it's a frog.
We might see iguanas on Ocean Key.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna give a hint to this one. Who said, "I've never had an accident worth talking about"? The hint is when you think of accidents, like in history, that was, tragic. What do you think about an accident in history? This person said this before the accident.
And then they died in the accident.
Yeah. So. They were in charge of said thing in the accident. Wow, how anti-Frog.
Frog.
I
agree.
It's a frog. When I saw this, I said, this is not true. And I was like, nope, it's true. I was like, okay.
Sharon said, well, that explains senior frogs in the Caribbean.
I thought it was a tree frog.
We get a lot of tree frogs. They stick to our windows in the summer.
I love them.
The tree frogs.
I just
stick on my windows.
I just love them so much.
You just look out, and because we have a deck, right, and we have like windows in the back of our den, and you just sit on the couch and you just see them all sitting there like,
and then you see them go to sleep, and it's the cutest thing. Like their hands are like this, and it's so cute.
Because we have lights on our deck, and that brings the flies and the bugs at night. And so they just sit there, and the lights for coming from the windows. They just sit there and wait for the little flies or whatever so they can get them. It's just funny. And our dog loves frogs.
Yep. All right. The answer to this, Nick got it, was the captain of the Titanic.
Yes, it was.
Captain E.J. Smith of the Titanic. He said this way before the Titanic.
Paolo the Hindenburg is a definitely great guest, too.
Yeah. Captain of the Titanic.
Yep.
Good. All right. Next. What whale is... No, I did not.
Actually spelled wrong.
Acutely.
Acutely, a type of dolphin.
I think I added an extra U there.
It's all right.
Yeah. What whale is actually acutely a type of dolphin? And it makes so much sense when you look at it. You're like, that thing does kind of look like a dolphin.
Yeah.
Acutely.
So you said you got everything in your suitcase. This is every stuff you need packed to
Yeah.
live? Really?
Yeah.
I'm impressed with you. You must have had some help.
You know what? You don't got to be like that. You don't got to be like that.
I did help.
I know. Thank you.
All I did was sit on the couch and chat with my list. Do you have this?
Acutely.
Your dad's the worst. Like, he'll put stuff in the suitcase and then he'll go back and look at the list and go,
Did I put that in there?
I did put it in there. You'll check it off as he's going.
La la la.
But he packs a lot more than we do.
La la.
That boy likes to take a lot of clothes when he goes on a trip.
All right. What whale is acutely a type of dolphin? It is an orca. And that thing does look like a dolphin.
It's pretty.
Yeah, but they're scary. I do not want to be in the water with that thing. It is an orca.
Yep.
Known as the killer whale, that thing is a dolphin. All right. What letter is not included in any of the 50 state names? Like, what letter of the alphabet is not included in any of the 50 state names?
And we sat at the table and just tried going through the alphabet and going through the states.
Yeah,
like they're getting a lot faster than I did.
Well, I looked at y'all and you were like, you say something and I'll be like, Hawaii,
Texas.
So
I was like, X, Texas.
And Dad was like, Z, Arizona. He even said, he was so tired. He looked at me, he goes, C. I was like, California, Colorado, Connecticut. What do you mean? He goes, oh, South Carolina. I'm just like, good night, sir.
Y'all got it fast.
Yep. Nick goes, I don't know. Does not apply to me. He said, I've seen this in a YouTube short. I've never thought about it until today. It's cute. Cute. Okay. Next. What? Did I spell continent right?
Yes.
Thank you. What continent is the driest? Like, basically, like, what continent has the least amount of rain?
Least amount of rain, yeah.
Or snow.
I got this
precipitation. What continent is the driest?
Which continent have you not visited that you want to visit?
Asia.
Huh?
Asia.
Yeah, I can see that for you.
You even said it too, though. You were like,
I would like to. Yeah.
You were like, Thailand looks nice. You said
that. I haven't been to Europe.
I know.
Oh my God, I'm losing my voice.
You kind of are. It's probably the allergies.
Pollen.
It's nowhere near as bad in previous years.
What'd you say?
It's nowhere near as bad as previous years.
It's not, but it has bothered me this year. Especially like my eyes.
You would want to go to Europe?
That's my next stop.
The answer for what continent is the driest? It is Antarctica. Fun fact, Antarctica is a desert. And when it does get precipitation, it is so cold it freezes. That's why it's the way it is. But it's actually a desert. It's just the stuff never melts. Really. So, yeah, it's Antarctica. It's the driest. All right.
We've done this one before.
I just thought it was cute. Iceland diverted roads to avoid disturbing communities of what mythical beings? And first off, you don't have to call me out like that.
Do you think we're going to get these questions when we go play on the team for trivia that night in the future?
Dude, they asked solar system questions last year. And I got them right. Ryan wanted to have this argument with me. He's on our team.
What are you doing with this blanket? So you're like snuggled today?
Yeah. He was like, the question was, what planet does not have any moons? What planet does not have any moons? And he was like, he was hellbent. He was like, it's Mars. It's Mars. Mars doesn't have any moons. You've never heard us talk about us wanting to go to Mars's moons. I said, dude, we've never physically been to Mars. What do you mean go to its moon? He was like, I feel like we would have heard about Mars's moon. I said, I think it's Venus. And he was like, why? I said, Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. I just don't think its atmosphere can support it or something. And he was like, I think it's Mars. I said, I'm going to write down Venus because I was in charge of writing it down. And it was Venus. And I just looked at him and I said, Mars doesn't have Venus. Ryan, I work with, and we banter like brother and sister, so I can say that.
What are you doing?
I like holding it.
She's rolled up a blanket and she's holding it.
It feels so nice.
Like Linus. Peanuts.
First off, I'm not holding it like Linus. It's rolled up like a burrito. I'm just going to highlight this one because it's very similar. Trolls. I'll take trolls. I'll take elves. What elves?
The Keebler elves and the cookies.
Elves. They diverted roads for elves. All right. This is one of my dad's favorite things.
Facts.
Like, okay, the food we're talking about is an expensive food now. Okay? It's not cheap to eat. So in the 1800s, what food was once considered a poor man's meal and was used to feed to prisoners? To be fed to prisoners.
Does he like this question because it's about food, or is it like this question because he used to work for prison?
Food. It's the food. When we were at the Bacchanal, he was like, you know, this used to be fed to prisoners because it was considered poor man's food. That's a big fly on that wall.
Yeah, it's a big fly.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to last, though, because the bug man was just here.
But
we can get Eliza up here. She'll take care of it.
Eliza is like Mrs. Miyagi.
Yeah, from the Karate Kid, y'all remember when Mr. Miyagi used to catch the flies with his chopsticks? My Chihuahua will sit there and just sit real calmly, and all of a sudden she'll go, and she'll grab him and kill him. It's like she gets obsessed with him.
All right, the answer is lobster. Yep. Lobster was considered a poor man's food, and then somebody changed that perception of it, and now it's sought after.
Filet mignon, oysters, and I can see oysters too. Escargot, yep.
I can see escargot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is one of my favorite fun facts because this is so funny.
And they started a riot.
West Point cadets got drunk off of what kind of alcoholic beverage on Christmas in 1826 and started a riot? And it has its own Wikipedia page, like the event. And the reason I found out is because it was covered in Mysteries at the Museum. And I said, Dad, did you know about this?
Hannah used to love Mysteries at the Museum. Do you still watch it?
No.
Mysteries at the Museum.
I love Mysteries. It just taught you useless facts.
But it's very educational. It tells you lots of information. Look at here. We got Kurt and Marcia eating a snack and waiting on Marcia to get home. We got Kurt from a meeting. They're going to be going on The World America soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure who else is going, and a lot of people are doing it.
The hint is in the question, like the day it happened, is the hint to what kind of drink they were drinking. But yeah, they apparently snuck in the alcohol. It got drunk, like on Christmas Eve during the nighttime, and it went over until Christmas Day. There's a song that goes, "Let's start a riot, a riot." When I was writing this song, I was thinking about that song in my head. Start a riot.
Mary Ellen's going on World America too. Are you going on the inaugural sailing? Kurt and Marsh. Well, Kurt, how long is your sailing? The first one. I've been watching videos now because you said something the other day about it when I was watching your live about some people already got videos out, and I was looking for videos and watching it, but I didn't know how long the first y'all sailing was.
The answer
I'm
is
excited for y'all. It's gonna be a lot of good content coming out from that.
They got drunk off eggnog.
They did.
And started a riot.
We don't ever buy real eggnog when we buy it at Christmas. April. Oh, it's a 7-day. How nice.
Eggnog.
Very, very nice. Y'all gonna have so much fun. You're gonna see people that you know, which is cool.
You got the Dutch eggnog. Is that not real eggnog?
It's still in there, by the way.
That's him. He wanted it. She says she's gonna see a friend on board next month.
Is that nice?
Okay. What kind of flowers were exchanged as currency in 17th century Netherlands? It makes sense, the answer.
She's going to see a friend on board next month. And Kurt saying hello to everybody. April 12th. So we get off on the 10th. So, nice. I know it's going to Ocean Key. I don't know where else it's going. But y'all are going to have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a 14-day. Mary Ellen, you just live on a cruise ship.
Let's start a riot. A riot. Why is the song stuck in my head?
I think, what's the longest I've ever done on a cruise?
Either 8 or 9.
9?
I think that was the one with Mimi, New England.
The celebrity one that we went to New England and then Bermuda.
Mine is 8.
8. That was the magic for you.
Yeah. Did we only have 7 days on NCL this past?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is, it is tulips. They would exchange tulip bulbs in trade because it was so sought after.
Yeah.
So instead of money,
really pretty.
They were like, "Hey, to get that thing, can I give you this thing?"
What's that your dad has planted out back that he got the bulbs from the neighbor?
Do I look like I know flowers?
They're pretty. And they survived the hurricane, so hey. They're coming back pretty.
All right, last question. Which birds can make tools, count objects, and recognize human faces? The hint is it is not a type of parrot.
We have a lot of these lately in our yard.
I think they're so cute.
They're very aggressive.
I just want them to bring me gifts. Have you seen it when they bring you gifts?
No, like they should bring us gifts. We feed them all the time. There's tons of bird feeders.
Well, people have fed them, and then they steal shiny stuff from other people, like coins and stuff, and they'll bring it to you.
Do you remember the time that the cat next door brought us a gift on the front porch?
First off, that cat's name was Mac.
I know,
and Mac was a fantastic cat, and he made me want to have a cat. And that is Mac is the reason. Is the reason I have Sally.
Every Halloween, he was on the front porch with us for Halloween.
I loved Mac the cat.
And he brought us a mouse.
A dead mouse. That's supposed to show their love and affection for you.
He left it right there on the front porch in front of the door, like, here you go.
I loved that cat.
Apparently, he loves you.
I'm so glad, because I loved that cat. That cat is the reason why I have Sally.
I see, listen, who else going? Mike. Ocean. It's like y'all having another booze cruise right there. Will G. It's a cruise line. Sea tripping with Kim's Cruise World. Oh, that's so fun. We're sailing into the Dominican Republic. Oh, that's a nice itinerary. San Juan. Love that place. William's favorite. Y'all haven't been on MSC. This is we're back to MSC 2 for the first time since then. But I have just, I enjoyed that cruise so much with y'all, and I was like, and when I enjoy a cruise ship with, then I always like to say, "You want to try it?" to her, and I think she's gonna love MSC.
All right, the answer is Nick got it. Crows. They're really smart.
They're spooky.
I love them. I love them. Lizzie got this so fast. One of my coworkers, I read the question. She was like, crows. And I looked at her, she goes, I like crows a lot.
And they travel together.
Yeah.
Because when they come in our yard, they come. A lot of them come.
Yep.
And they're aggressive.
They're only aggressive if they perceive you as a threat.
And when we have a lot of bird feeders in the back, and when they come, like when the squirrels like to get to our bird feeders, which William loves the squirrels, so we don't care. But when the squirrels are out there, the other birds stay away. But when the squirrels are out there and crows come, they just scare them away.
Because they're big. They're big. I have tons of crows in my yard sometimes. And I'm like, man, I have to go to work. I want to feed them crackers.
You need some bird seed.
They like crackers. I was like, I want them to bring me presents. Like, just find a random penny on my porch one day.
Bring us some presents after while we fed them. My dogs are barking.
All right, that's our sign to wrap up.
Yeah, we did pretty good. 8:01.
Mm-hmm.
But as we said earlier, Lovey's Fat Life is not live tonight. They had something going on. I don't know about Beach Please, but if they are live, they go live at 9. So check them out if they're there. But we will see y'all back on May 1st.
Unless we're in New York. Who knows? It's probably not going to be there. Probably be later.
I like a little more time to plan something in. But anyway, because we have several things that we have to do on Thursdays coming up. But we will be back on May 1st, God willing, and we'll see y'all then.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll try.
Thank you.
We'll try.
We're excited.
Yes, we shall see y'all in 3 weeks, but we hope that you stay safe out there. Oh, wait. Those who stayed, y'all the real MVPs. But we hope that you all stay safe out there, stay healthy, and don't forget to journey on. You forgot to join in.
I was reading what Kurt said. I'm sorry, read what Kurt said.
We have to do that one more time.
They said, have a lovely cruise, safe travels. I love how relaxing ocean can be. Yes, Hannah's going to love that because she loves being in the water. I'm working on a video from that MSC Seashore cruise. Nice. Very good. You're going to be doing lots of videos.
He said sorry.
Kurt, we love you. Sorry. We love all y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Go ahead, Hannah.
Don't apologize.
You want to say it again?
All right. Y'all the real MVPs who stayed after that. But we hope that y'all stay safe out there, stay healthy, and don't forget to journey on. Bye. 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 Bye.